I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers think we sweet. You know what I mean? We are down a couple skilled players going into this game. Guys got to step up. The defense got to continue doing what they doing. So let's talk about it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into a meat and potatoes, I gotta let y'all know this video was powered by BetUS. BetUS is in the building, man. Listen, man, with the promotion code of YouTube 150, BetUS is giving you guys 150% on your first deposit up to $2,000. On your next two deposits, you're getting 125%. You gotta tap in with BetUS for sure because BetUS got the best betting varieties in the business. Simply the best. You know what I mean? Quick and easy withdrawal process. BetUS out here putting money in a lot of people's pockets, man. And I ain't gonna lie right now. That Giants and that Cowboys game looking real intriguing to me. I might got to put a couple dollars on the Giants because I don't believe in them boys over there. But tap in BetUS, man. See the odds, see what's going on. Make sure you tap in for sure for that game. So, yeah, man. It could be Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying, pulling out the sword like Jon Snow did. Battle of the Bastards. Everybody against him, you know what I mean, this week. So AJ wasn't at practice. No sign of Smitty at practice. Lane Johnson wasn't at practice. Mekhi Becton did pop up. Slay was fully clothed and things of that nature. Listen, we don't have the official injury report, but it's looking like, you know, a heavy dose of Jahan Dotson and Dallas Goedert and Saquon Barkley. You know, with the way Jalen Hurts played last week, you know, I feel even more confident if you're not going out there with a full toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts was able to complete passes to about 8 different people, and that's the hallmark of a good wide receiver who knows what's best when you're missing, you know, weapons like that. So I was impressed with Jalen Hurts' game last week. A lot of people can't see what's happening because they don't want to see what's happening, man. You got to just chalk that to the game. You got to call people like that haters, man. The dude is completing 70% of his passes. You know what I mean? Top 5 in passing. You know what I mean this year, and through the first 3 games of the season, AJ Brown only played in one of them. AJ Brown only played in one of them. So, you know, I ain't really too mad at Jalen Hurts. I ain't really too low on Jalen Hurts or whatever the case may be. I think Jalen Hurts is playing phenomenal. I think, you know, I'm not going to use the word phenomenal because I know how y'all going to come after me in the chat for this. I think Jalen Hurts is playing at a high level. I'm just leave it at that. You could go look at film or you could try to debate it however you want, but the results don't lie and the numbers don't lie. Can the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Tampa Bay Bucks? The Tampa Bay Bucks, man, they out here posting billboards. They getting real wicked right now, man. You know, and you know, it's our fault. You know what I mean? It's our fault for not going into that game last year with the correct game plan. You know what I'm saying? It's our fault for not going into that game last year with the correct game plan of running the ball and letting Kelsey in his last game of the season go out there and be physical, man. After that game, I wanted Nick Sirianni gone so bad. And you know what I mean? The feelings is still there for that one, you know what I mean, to say the least. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know you don't have your weapons, and now you have a Saquon Barkley. You know you're going to lean on Saquon Barkley. I expect Saquon Barkley to get, you know, about 25 touches in this game. I expect Saquon to get 25 touches in this game. Maybe we see the screen being broken out and things like that. But, you know, these coordinators are doing a good job. These coordinators are doing a good job when things are changing on the football field in terms of personnel. They going out there and, you know, they still making a way. They still finding a way for the Philadelphia Eagles, you know what I mean, to win football games. And you can't be mad at that. You know, that's a coordinator's job to go out there and make it happen and improvise and things of that nature. So, you know, we saw a lot of Fangio going out there. Listen, man, the defense was night and day from the Falcons game and the Saints game. We didn't sign no big name free agent. We didn't change defensive coordinators. All Vic Fangio did was get to the drawing board and see what has to be done on a team level. You know what I mean? You see it in communication is high on the defense. Listen, man, it's a top 10 defense. I know it's only 3 weeks, but out of the 3 games that I saw elite traits from this defense. Elite traits. The best game obviously was against the Saints, but you saw some of them elite traits over there out there in Brazil for sure. So With that being said, I'm looking for the defense to build on a performance like last week and be proud. You know what I mean? No, but being as though we coming into this with a healthy defense, I'd rather have a healthy defense, and miss a couple guys on the offensive side of the ball. If you want me to be honest, I'd rather the defense be healthy because I got the ultimate faith in Jalen Hurts, who could, go out there and win when the game is on the line against this Tampa Bay Bucks defense. The defense got to continue to dominate. They got to continue to dominate. We got to continue to scheme ways and find ways to get Jalen Carter in favorable matchups. I expect to see Zach Bond still hovering around the line of scrimmage like he did. 5-man fronts, a lot of things to stop the run and make Baker Mayfield have to beat you with his arm. Now, Baker ain't a bum. Baker could throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? But we not running around here bending the knee. We're not running around here, kissing the knee of some of these guys. We just ain't doing it. We're not running around here saying Micah Parsons running around talking about Derek Carr being this guy, like Derek Carr is in some type of top tier or something like that. But you know what, man? That's the mindset over there. The mindset over there is that, you know what I mean? We think so highly of our opponent. So when our opponents smoke us, hey, they good. They should have smoked this. That's not our mindset over here. I said going into the game last week, I didn't fear Derek Carr. I damn sure don't fear Baker Mayfield. It ain't no Patrick Mahomes. The only quarterback that I fear, you know what I mean? The only quarterback that I feel like you got to be on your P's and Q's against is Patrick Mahomes. Everybody else is easy pickings. Everybody else can be touched in the National Football League. Give me somebody else who can't be touched. You know what I'm saying? Give me somebody else. If you do certain things, you can't go knock them off. So all of these guys, none of these guys is Patrick. Not including Josh Allen. We touched him up last year. None of these guys is Patrick. So I'm confident, man. I'm confident in the defense. I'm confident in the mindset. I like the fire out of Jalen Carter. I like the fire out of Gardner Johnson. I like how Zach Bond is quietly leading the league in tackles right now through 3 weeks. I like it. I talk about what Jalen Hurts was doing. Smitty is on pace for 1,400 yards until Smitty got hurt. But who has to step up in this equation is Jahan Dotson. You seen Dallas Goedert step up, have a monster game. Who going to step up this week? Because now you down another guy. Smitty is down probably. Everybody going to be like, we got to take Goddard out the game now. First, you couldn't key in on Goddard. You had to key in on Smitty. Now they could key in on Dallas Goedert. They could key in on Dallas Goedert. So Jahan Dotson, man, got to come out here and prove that we ain't get fleeced this time. Come out here and show the world that Howie Roseman made the right choice and the right decision by bringing you to Philadelphia. We didn't get fleeced. We know what we doing. So it could potentially be a rotation of a Johnny Wilson. You know what I mean? It could be a rotation of a Paris Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Jahan Dotson, Ross. It could be those guys out there for us on Sunday, along with Dallas Goedert. So I'm interested to see how Kellen Moore comes out here and attacks this. I'm really, really interested to see how Kellen Moore approaches the game when you could be this shorthanded without guys that that you have to have the offense go through 9 times out of 10. Now, even if you got Jahan Dotson, Johnny Wilson, and all of those guys, this offensive line, even the backups, and Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts, this is still the best team that Saquon Barkley been a part of, even with the injuries going into this game. Even with the injuries going on in this game. A team coached by Kellen Moore on the offensive side of the ball and Vic Fangio on the defensive side of the ball, the NFC East could laugh at that. But that's a dangerous combination, and we've seen it. We've seen it rear its beautiful head a couple times so far this season. So, with that being said, let's look at a little bit of film and let's get into this matchup, man. I'm excited about this one, man. And we're going to talk about some key players, you know what I mean, how they dominated last week and how we expecting more from them. And we might look at a little bit of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, though. Shout out to Baldy to the film, but this is a perfect example of what the Philadelphia Eagles did to, adjust to not being able to stop the run. They was trash the week before, man. But, they showing their regular base. They showing their regular base 3-4 defense, man. They showing the 3 down linebackers with the 4 linebackers, 2 standing up. But then, right before the ball is snapped, they switch to a 6-man front, and they count for every single gap. There's nobody in the NFL that could run against a front like this with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, and guys like that pushing, man. Alvin Kamara had nowhere to go. And this totally transformed the way that the Philadelphia Eagles came out there and presented pressure. Again, you see, it looks like the base defense. And then Zach Bond comes in, becomes that sixth guy on the defensive line. It's a shift. It's it takes high IQ players. It takes a high IQ defensive coordinator to be able to pull this off. And it takes some hungry dogs that's just going to exploit gaps and make things happen and make tackles, man. And I think that this defensive front made everybody better. It made everybody better. Nolan Smith, guys were getting penetration and flying around to the ball, man. Zach Bond is able to be a force on the edge with his speed and things like that. That was a good run right there by Alvin Kamara. But, we gave these guys fits. We gave these guys fits with a simple adjustment. Come down, bring a six guy down. Look, it's just, and Zach Bond is so intelligent. He's doing it right on time. I don't know if Nakobe Dean is giving him the signal, but it's happening right on time. And, this is a great sign for the Philadelphia Eagles because when you look at this, we going against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was having a hard time stopping the run. And when you come out with a front like this, you have guys like Jalen Carter who are just in one-on-one matchups and able to exploit them in a multitude of ways. Like look at these plays right here, man. If you change the color of these jerseys, you think you're looking at Aaron Donald. You think you're looking at Aaron Donald if you know what I mean? If you just don't worry about what you're looking at, all you see is sheer dominance. Sheer dominance. And again, I would like to point out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have had some struggles last game with Baker Mayfield getting time to push the ball down the field to Mike Evans and Godwin. You know what I mean? They really didn't get the time. The Denver Broncos was able to do that. I like our chances this week with bottling up that run and making Baker Mayfield life hell on the early downs. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles allowed for these guys to only have 21 yards on first downs when running the ball through the whole game. That's what you call shutdown. That's what you call shutdown, man. And guys was on a mission, man. Guys was on a mission for their respect. You know what I mean? On a mission for their respect, and they went out there and obtained that, and now the league on notice again.
It was disappointing that we couldn't block enough for them to get it down the field. Then we couldn't get the run game going, so they could sit back all day, so they didn't give us those shots as well. We got to do a better job overall, getting our game going up front so we can take those type of shots down the field.
I'm not going to lie. I struggled with this play on the Jalen Hurts interception because the decision, I struggle with if the decision is bad and good at the same time because if you look at the play, man, you get to the left side of the screen, Jahan Dotson uncovering, and I think Jalen should have went there with the ball. So in hindsight, yes, an interception. And, I want to walk something back that I said earlier in this video. I don't think Jahan Dotson got to step up. I think it's a trust thing that's going on. Jalen Hurts has had more time with the other guys, and I think Jahan Dotson is fitting into his role. He had 3 targets last week. He's getting comfortable. He wasn't here for training camp. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts is not going to look his way. He wasn't here, but we need him. We need him to pitch in, man, because we know what he's capable of. Let me know what you think in the comments.